Today, we're going to talk about building credit from the ground up as a beginner. So, credit's easy to understand. It's your ability to borrow money and prove that you can pay it back as agreed. That's it. But even though it's simple, credit still plays a huge role in modern life. It can impact where you live, what you can buy, how much you pay in interest, even how much flexibility you have later on. So, something I wish I knew starting off early is that it's going to take a while, Joel. You got to be patient here. So I got a few solid ways to start so you don't have to figure out the way I did towards building credit. And which one you use really just depends on what's available to you because we all have different starting points. Credit's like a tool and we all have different resources available to us. So the first way is a really good way if you know somebody with good credit. A lot of people do this for their kids to get them started off early. So this is why this depends on if this is available to you. But what a lot of people would do if they want to build credit is they'd ask somebody with good credit to add them as what's called an authorized user. And what this pretty much means is say a relative adds you to their account, their credit history shows up for your report. It doesn't impact their score adding you to do this, but it does give you the history to get started. They usually just need common information like your name, your birthday, social security number. And note though that this only works if this is a responsible figure that you're attaching your credit to. Because if their balances are high or they're making these late payments, this can end up hurting you instead. And that's the whole case of doing this is you want to build your credit. So if this is available and done right, this could be a great starting point. But if not, don't worry because this next step is the same regardless and this is actually the route that I had to take. So the way that I had to do it is through what's called applying for a credit card. And you just seen my actual credit score. And this is how I got it started. So this is the simplest way to get started and actually get the practice and the reps in on using it correctly. Credit cards play this huge role in building credit because there's usage at play, there's payment history, and those carry a lot of weight on what your credit score ultimately becomes. Now, the key here is how you use the card once you have it. And in my opinion, we made the budget. I'm not going to OD y'all with the budget, but use it for budgeted expenses. Things like food, things like gas for your car, stuff that you was going to have to buy with cash anyways. Then completely turn around and pay it off with the cash you would have used to buy it. There's like this extra step, but you're building credit doing this. Now don't get out there like splurging out with it and buying out the store and Ulta and stuff. The goal here is to pay the balance off completely before it's even due. And what I do every single time the transaction posts, I just said it, I go in on the app and immediately pay off the entire amount. And when you do that, you avoid gaining any interest fees on what you pay back. So you're just paying back the principal amount, or let's say for easier terms, I swiped for $10. I only paid $10 back. I didn't have to pay the $10 plus interest because I paid it before it was due. And then another good factor that comes out of paying it off early is that your credit utilization stays low, and this impacts your score as well. So all of these good things happen in the grand scheme of it all when doing this correctly. Now, for those that find getting approved for a credit card is kind of tough, like maybe nobody wants to take the gamble on you, another alternative can be what's called applying for this is also a credit card, but this credit card is secured. So you might have to shop around for this. Your bank, your credit union might have it. If not, you can find one. But what you ultimately do is this credit card is secured by a solid alternative in this case. You end up putting some of your money down, that becomes your credit limit, and then you end up building credit the same way you would with just a regular credit card. It's not ideal in my opinion, but for its purpose, it gets the job done, and this could be a starting point for you. The next part of this is what a lot of people hate to hear, though, and it's give it time. Several years of responsible use does way more for your credit than any shortcut ever will. Time shows consistency, consistency builds trust. There's no way around that. And then another important rule is don't close your credit card. So once you have these credit cards open, You want to keep these accounts because this gives you a longer length of credit history. That's why I don't really like this secured credit card because the balance depends on how you started it off. There's probably some cool features you can do to where it upgrades or something, but in my experience, I haven't found that. And because of that, I don't really like that. But by not closing your credit card, you extend your history and you keep your available credit limit higher. So closing them actually does harm to your credit score, more harm than good. And this is why it's really important to be intentional when you apply for credit cards in the first place, because you want to keep them long term. I like cards from Discover's a good company. Discover. I like Capital One. My first card I got was a student card with Capital One, and then Discover was the second card I applied for. But you don't want some random store cards or random retail cards. Those aren't worth it, in my opinion, because they don't offer much long term value and they really complicate things because now you have this random JC Penney card you never use and you want to close it, but we just talked about it. You never want to close a credit card, so you're just kind of stuck with it. In my opinion, you might just like cut it up and watch the balance, make sure a balance doesn't appear because that would be fraud in that case, but just a possibility. But here's the main point: building credit, it's not about using debt, it's about proving you don't need it. And when you use credit intentionally, you pay on time or even before it's due, ideally, you keep these balances low and let time do its thing. Your credit score eventually reflects that. So start slow, be consistent, don't overthink it, and great luck on the journey. So remember, add yourself as an authorized, well, have somebody add you as an authorized user if possible. If not, apply for a credit card. And we just talked about the two ways you can get it. Maybe somebody takes the gamble on you and just gives you a traditional unsecured credit card, or you got to get started this secured credit card route and then go from there. Use it responsibly, and you're good.